Hey, you guys want to see the worst launch in the world? Well, ultralight superbike. This is race 9 on Saturday. And yeah, as usual, I suck at launches. So there's the 2 board, there's the 1 board, there's the half board, there's the flag, and everybody pulls away from me. I mean, I use a little bit of motor, but then I'm really narrow, so everybody comes in on me. Oh yeah, they looked like they were going to combine for a second, so I really backed off. So now I got some work to do, because you can see the gap, like they have like 200 yards on me already, the leaders at least. Not insurmountable, but no big deal. Still got some work to do. So ultralight superbike is cool because there's no Ducatis. I might actually be the highest power bike in this race. So I get to cheat a little bit with power. I don't know about cheat, but you know what I mean. I get to use my power to my advantage. I'm not at a deficit like I am with Ducatis. So time to do some work and time to catch up. So I'm not actually sure who this is directly in front of me. I can't even actually tell what bike it is. I think it might be a 400. But okay, so there's Jose coming through on me, and yeah, he's definitely on a 400, and he's really quick. But I'm in horsepowers, so maybe I can just motor him down the straight and run away. Maybe that'll work. Except I hit the curbing there, so that didn't work. Alright, but we can get somebody done. I really pass, and though we can, I really pass come in way too narrow for turn 1 when I'm trying to pass somebody on the inside. I really should just kind of be just a couple of bike widths away from them. So let's see what we can do. The whole race is basically just running away from me right now while I'm messing around here. So I'm gonna try something. I don't know, what can I try? I can't try anything there, too far away and not fast enough. But coming out of here, there's a nice little train of 400s, and there's an SV up there. Coming out of here, they actually put down a little more power than I can, but then there's somebody kind of slowish in the middle. Suddenly somebody slowed down. I guess they got a good start, but then faded back really quickly. So maybe I can do something. All right, let's see if I can work on these 400s. They're not. They run about the same times as SVs, but they are seriously quarter speed bikes. They're not really straight line bikes. They only make like 40 horsepower, 50, I don't know, whatever. But you can see they're drafting each other, and I'm just going to motor them both. All right, those guys done. I'm still in the middle of the track like an idiot. I really should have swung over to the left. I need to use the whole track. That's been my thing. I've been kicking myself for it, but like in the middle of passing somebody on the straight, I kind of think, I don't know, whatever. This seems comfortable. So, 2 guys up there. By the looks of it, it's Mark Every up front on an SV650, and behind him, that's Jose Luna. I think that's Jose Luna. And their Mark is almost always good for a podium. He's a phenomenal rider. He's been around for forever. He's also probably he loves racing more than anyone else in the paddock, because the sacrifices he makes to get to races are insane. Him and his dad are going all over the country in single cab Ford from like the 70s. Not crew cab, just like no backseat, like head banging against the back window. Like packed with bikes and their stuff. and it takes a lot of dedication to do that. Like, I don't think I could do that. Let's just say I'm too much of a bitch for that, because I need a little more creature comforts. But yeah, I love Mark. He's awesome. But while that's all well and good, I do want to pass him. Like, hey, I think you're awesome. I think you're fast. But no, I want to get it ahead of you, right? So this is going to be a little bit of a challenge, because both of them are faster than me normally. So I run 35s. Mark can sometimes run down to like 33s, 32s. But here's a back marker that kind of helps me out, and I get lucky, and I'm not actually that far behind. Like, I gained quite a bit while they were dealing with the back marker on entry to the chicane, but I just got to do that back marker on the outside too. Jose with that dangle. I don't know if it helps. Honestly, I've never tried it. I don't know what it would do for me, and I have a feeling that if I were to try it, I would probably crash or something, just because, like, it'd be like, oh, my foot is on the ground, what do I do? Kind of a super moto style or Rossi dangle. Somehow I managed to catch up to them here. I suspect it's one of two things. Either I'm making a little bit more power on the straight, or because they're all over each other. Yep, there's Jose coming through on Mark. Because they're all over each other, they're slowing each other down. Kind of like Bob and I were slowing each other down like one of the other races. As the more they fight, the more chance that gives me to catch back up to them. And I can't run their times by myself. And there you go, there's Mark passing the 400 on power on the straight. I can't run their times by myself, but if they're beating each other up, they're running a couple of seconds a lap slower, and that puts them in my territory. So maybe I can reel them in gradually, and maybe they both scare each other into parking somewhere, and I can capitalize somehow. So, getting a little bit closer. The usual, my bread and butter pass of go fast through 4 and dive underneath in 5, it can't work on a 400. They have more corner speed. So I have to make it on power somehow, like coming out of here, I can really hammer it on and reel in the 400 a little bit. But then he's faster through 6, except he's not. Oh, there was a back marker. I think that was Max Pags. And what that did was they went around the outside and they had to throttle because he was in their way mid-corner. I went on the inside and then I dove underneath. So I just passed Mark Every. This has never happened before, and this should never ever happen again, because that's an absurd thing for me to say. I really have no business passing Mark Every. But now I'm in front of them, and I am the horsepower bike, so maybe this is a thing. This could definitely be a thing. I really hope it becomes a thing. There's no flag there, and Mark gets a good draft. He's got to have something in his bike, or he's just super good. But anyway, he got a good draft and got back around me, and at least I don't have Jose to deal with, because, like, you know, fast guy, fast bike, quarter speed bike. At least with Mark, I'm on equal footing, and I can cheat with horsepower a little bit. Maybe I can do that. So let's see. Can I carry? I actually do roll a little bit faster than he does, but then in 5 he seems to put the power down earlier, and I'm really not making up any ground on him in 5. 6, this is a ballsy corner. You really need to kind of stay on the power. I don't know how to do that. Hashtag no balls. Probably responsible for a good, like, second or two, maybe half a second. But supposedly you can stay on the power. I can't do it. There's bumps on the entry. There's like patchwork there, and I end up rolling off a little bit. So hammer on the power here. I'm thinking I can get Mark somehow, and I am relying relying on having an 85 horse motor, so I'm hoping I can actually kind of get him down the straight, get in his draft, make up some room on him. You know, I know I can't outrace him, so I have to either capitalize on the mistake, or I have to, you know, motor him, or I have to hope for another serendipitous thing, like this back marker who parks in front of us. Thank you, KTM, whatever. You really, like, the best part about this race is all the back markers work out in my favor, because, look, I'm right back up on Mark, even though he was kind of pulling on me after turns 1 and 2. So, make up a little bit of ground at 4, try the park at the apex, and for once, I have power, so I can actually pull here, even though he's gonna be better. I can pull on him just because he's not putting as much of it down. He might put it down earlier, but he's putting down less. So I'm still leading Mark Avery. I passed Mark Avery twice. Things that shouldn't be said ever again. Honestly, I feel awkward saying it because I feel like I cheated. I feel like I don't know, I got one over or something. But this is the checkered flag, and as I'm doing this, I'm looking over, and Mark is basically wheel and wheel with me. See, he passed me just after the checker. So our overall time difference on the you know, live timing, whatever, the CCS time tracker thing, race monitor, our overall time difference was 0.097, so less than a tenth, 97 thousandths. But yeah, this ended up in the 4th, but it felt like probably one of the biggest racing achievements ever. Yeah, I got very lucky with back markers. I got very lucky with a lot of things, honestly, this race. So, anyway, I'm gonna put up all the races from this weekend. Some of them are gonna be narrated. Some are going to be just raw, because like just the video, because I don't really have much to say about them. They could be boring. They could be, you know, anything. But if you like the narrated ones, let me know, and I hope you enjoyed this.